The wilderness of West Clear Creek is a 15,000-acre wonderland in north-central Arizona, beginning near the confluence of Clover and Willow Canyons below what is called the Mogollon Rim, an escarpment that signals the southern edge of the Colorado Plateau. The rim exposes ancient wind-blown sand dunes, known as Coconino Sandstone, that runs from western New Mexico across northern Arizona and into the depths of Grand Canyon. These dunes of stone are considered to be among the largest and oldest on Earth, and occasionally include geological specimens from the impact of a meteor crater 80 miles north and west of here. Approaching from the eastern section of the drainage and on its south side, perhaps 5 miles where its course begins, exists a short 700-foot descent on what hardly qualifies as a trail, where you can enter this wilderness, witness the effect of water and time on the walls of the ancient stone dunes, dip your toes in the perennial stream, and surrender to the solitude this yet untamed landscape provides. My friend Joe and I scrambled through the creek and gravel bars towards a camp near a picturesque spring. We unloaded our packs, established our camp, and headed east in hopes of finding some elusive petroglyphs I sought last year. After an hour or more of pursuit, combined with the awestruck panorama, the retreating daylight and subsequent golden hour, good conversation, weakness for the beauty of everything around us, and ultimately a bloated and decaying deer in our path, we returned to camp without having found the ancient message board. Along the way we saw 2 snakes, several species of fish, many butterflies and dragonflies, abundant wildflowers including yellow coneflower, wild bergamot, tuberosa, and heard the calls of canyon wrens, jays, and ravens. We visited several other vacant campsites that contained talented stacked stonework of chairs, tables, and sofas that invited us to rest. I observed that this was perhaps the only trip I've made into this wilderness that didn't include afternoon thunder and a refreshing sprinkle of rain. The summer monsoons retreated during our visit, but the temperature was warm during the afternoon and comfortable as evening evolved. As the bats searched overhead for their breakfast, we prepared our dinner of dehydrated quinoa and risotto. Afterwards, I went for water from the creek bank and first learned that my filter system was clogged, and then remembered the decomposing dough upstream. I removed my shirt, put on a veil of heroism, and swam in the twilight to the spring flow on the opposite side of the creek. As my body spasmed from the abrupt submersion, I carefully filled our water bags and quickly retreated to the general warmth of our campsite, my dry clothes, and my whiskey. My exhaustion, the respite from my daily routine, and the sound of the spring inspired some explicit, vivid, and inexplicable dreams. My companion would reveal over morning coffee that the surroundings evoked the antithesis, insomnia, and a sunrise walk along the banks of the creek and surrounding vegetation. We took our time breaking camp, explored a small tributary known as Sundance Canyon, slowly meandered towards the creek bottom, took a cold plunge into a pool where the ascent begins back up to our awaiting cars, cold drinks, and empty calories. We were happy to get out of our wet shoes and sweaty clothes, admired the accomplishment we'd made, cracked a few jokes, and then made our way through the forest that covers the plateau of the canyon, the rim country, and towards the horizon that will lead us to our next adventure together.